Don't Save Money. A Story for English Learners. Part 1. The Introduction. Wait. Before you turn this off, let me say something. I know what you are thinking right now. You are thinking, don't save money. Is this person crazy? My parents told me to save money. My teachers told me to save money. Every smart person I know saves money. And you are right. They are not wrong. But here is a question nobody ever asks you. What happens when saving money becomes the only thing you do? What happens when you save and save and save, and still feel like you are going nowhere? What if the problem is not how much you save, but what you do with the rest? This is the story of Rajan, a 30-year-old man who did everything right. He saved money every single month, faithfully, carefully, proudly. He had a good job in a software company. He cooked at home to save money on food. He stopped going to movies. He stopped buying new clothes. He stopped meeting friends because going out cost money. He even stopped taking his sick mother to a good doctor because, let's wait and see, it costs too much. Rajan was saving money. But slowly, quietly, he was also losing something far more valuable. His health, his relationships, his happiness, his time. And one ordinary Tuesday evening, sitting alone in his flat, eating plain rice, checking his bank balance for the third time that day, Rajan had a thought that shook him deeply. He thought, I have money in my account, but I feel completely poor. If that sentence touched something inside you, this story is for you. Stay with me, because what Rajan learned next changed not just his bank account, but his entire life. Part 2. The life Rajan was living. Let me paint a picture of Rajan's daily life, because I think you might recognize it. Every morning, Rajan woke up at 6 a.m., made cheap tea, skipped breakfast to save time and money, and rushed to work. He worked hard all day. He came home tired. He ate simply. He slept. And the next morning, he did the same thing again. On the last day of every month, he transferred a fixed amount into his savings account. He watched that number grow slowly. And for a few seconds, just a few, he felt proud. But then Monday would come again. Rajan had not taken a holiday in 3 years. Not because he had no money, but because spending on a trip felt wasteful. His old laptop was broken and slow, but buying a new one felt unnecessary. His back hurt every day because his mattress was old and damaged, but replacing it felt extravagant. And his friends, one by one, slowly stopped calling, because every time they said, Rajan, come out with us, he said, not this time, maybe next month. Next month never came. One evening, his closest friend Vikram called him after almost a year of silence. They talked for a while, and then Vikram said something simple that hit Rajan like cold water on a sleeping face. Vikram said, Rajan, you are so busy preparing for your future that you have completely forgotten to live your present. Rajan laughed it off. But that night, he could not sleep, because deep inside, he knew Vikram was right. Part 3. The moment Rajan woke up. 2 weeks after that phone call, something happened that Rajan did not expect. His company announced sudden layoffs, and Rajan, the careful, saving, responsible Rajan, lost his job. He had savings. Yes, so he was not in danger, but sitting at home on a weekday morning, with nowhere to go and nothing urgent to do, but Rajan finally had time to think. Really think. He opened his laptop, the slow, broken one, and he started writing. Not a resume, not a job application. He started writing down everything he had not done in the last 5 years because he was saving money. The list was long and painful. He had not visited his parents in 2 years. He had not learned the photography course he always wanted to do. He had not upgraded his skills because online courses cost money. He had not invested in any business idea. He had not even bought a good pair of shoes for job interviews. And here was the most painful part. He had not taken his mother to that specialist doctor, and now her small problem had become a bigger one. Rajan sat very still, and for the first time, he understood the difference between two very important words: saving and investing. Saving is keeping money untouched, out of fear. Investing is using money with purpose, to grow something. Your skills, your health, your relationships, your future income, your happiness. Rajan had been saving out of fear. And fear, no matter how organized it looks, is never a plan. Part 4. The New Way of Thinking. Rajan spent the next month doing something he had never done before. He spent money. But this time, differently. Wisely. Intentionally. He bought the online course he had delayed for 2 years, a data skills course that took 6 weeks to complete. He spent money. But 3 months later, that course helped him get a better job with a higher salary than before. He booked a train ticket and visited his parents for 10 days. He spent money. But he came back with something no savings account can hold: memories, laughter, and a mother who cried happy tears when she saw him at the door. He took his mother to the good specialist doctor. Yes, it cost more, but they caught her problem early, and it was treatable. He called Vikram and said, "Let's meet this weekend." They sat in a small cafe, drank good coffee, talked for 4 hours. Rajan felt something warm return to his chest, something he had slowly lost over years of careful, lonely saving. He felt like himself again. And here is what Rajan told me, and what I want to tell you now. He said, "I did not stop saving money. I stopped saving money out of fear. Now I save with a goal. And I spend with a purpose. That is the difference. Spend on your health, because without it, every rupee, every dollar, every coin means nothing. Spend on your skills, because your ability to earn is your greatest asset. Spend on your relationships, because a life without people is just a long, quiet room. Spend on your experiences, because when you are old, you will not remember your bank balance. You will remember the moments. Don't save money blindly. Invest it in yourself, in people, in growth." Part 5, the ending, what you learned. So here we are, at the last part of Rajan's story. And I want to ask you that same question one more time. But now, with everything you have just heard, do you have money sitting somewhere, but feel somehow poor? Are you waiting for the right time to take that trip, start that course, visit that person, fix that thing, do that thing you keep saying later to? Here is the truth, and please hear this clearly. Money is a tool, not a trophy. A hammer sitting in a drawer does not build anything. It is only useful when you pick it up and use it with purpose. Money is exactly the same. Sitting in an account, growing slowly, while your health gets worse, your skills get older, and your relationships grow cold. That is not financial wisdom. That is just expensive fear. So let me leave you with 5 things Rajan learned, and 5 things I hope you never forget. 1. Save money with a goal, not out of fear. Know what you are saving for. 2. Invest in your health first. It is your most valuable possession. Spend on good food, good sleep, good doctors. 3. Invest in your skills. One good course, one good book, one new ability can open a door that no savings account ever could. 4. Invest in your relationships. Call that friend. Visit that family member. Say yes to that coffee. Time with people is not a cost. It is a treasure. 5. Invest in your experiences. Not every experience needs to be expensive. But live. Actually live. Don't just survive. Rajan still saves money. But now he also lives. And that balance, that beautiful, intentional balance, is the real meaning of financial freedom. Freedom is not having a lot of money saved. Freedom is not being afraid to use it. And now, before I go, I want to speak directly to you. Thank you. Sincerely and warmly, thank you for listening to this story today. You could have spent this time on something mindless. But you chose a story. You chose to learn. You chose to grow. And that choice, that small, quiet choice, says everything about the kind of person you are. You are someone who wants more from life. Not just more money, but more meaning, more connection, more joy. And you deserve all of it. So the next time you are about to say, "I can't afford it," pause for 1 second. Ask yourself honestly, can I truly not afford it? Or am I just afraid to spend it? Sometimes the answer will be, yes, truly, I cannot right now. And that is completely fine. Wait, save, and then invest wisely. But sometimes, just sometimes, the honest answer will be, I have it. I am just scared. On that day, be a little brave. Spend on something that matters. Invest in something real. Because at the end of this life, nobody looks back and thinks, I am so glad I kept that money untouched. They look back and think, I am so glad I used it to build something beautiful. Build something beautiful. Thank you, from my whole heart, for being here today. Keep learning, keep growing, keep living. Goodbye, and see you in the next story.